Okay, we're now recording and we're starting. Welcome everyone to the, we haven't had a Saturday seminar in a long time, so welcome. And this is going to be the first time we've ever had a seminar where we didn't talk about the Forex at all. We're going to talk about cryptocurrencies. Two different things, trading and investing. For me, it's been about a 3.5-year journey of learning, and I'm going to tell you everything I know, and it's going to be recorded. And this document that you see, you'll be able to get a copy of it in Microsoft Word or a PDF along with the recording so you can follow along. So if you want to take notes, that's great. But if you can't, that's okay too, because we can get you the document. So on Monday, email us at admin. Let me type that in. admin@forexearlywarning.com. We'll send you either the Microsoft Word document or PDF. And the webinar recording will be placed in, on the website, on the webinars tab near the bottom. And we're also going to get an MP4 file, try to create a YouTube video and or Twitter, post the MP4 on YouTube. Excuse me, on Twitter. Maybe on YouTube too. We're just trying to figure all that out. But we'll do all that on Monday. So if you miss something, it's okay. We'll be able to get you the information. So you guys know all about cryptos now. A lot of you do. That's why you're here. It all started with Bitcoin. You know, all of us could have bought Bitcoin, right? It was kind of an experiment a long time ago. Back in 2010, you know, or whatever, for 50 cents. And right now you'd be worth, you know, $500 billion. But there's low-priced cryptos that are out there right now that are the next Bitcoin, and you can find them. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So the blockchain and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are just an advancement in technology, similar to cell phones, the internet. I don't know, this, you know, when they discovered the internal combustion engine, you know, when they discovered the internet, any major advancement in technology. So people are having a hard time adopting to it. But it's there, it's coming for you, and we're all going to have accounts someday, and it's taking over government operations, certain countries. And it'll start with, it always starts with the regulators in the United States. This is September 2nd of this year. The CFTC and SEC, which regulates Forex and the stock market, they made announcements about spot cryptocurrencies being more widely available in the United States. If you want to read these two, it's in lesson 3 in our 35 Forex lessons. And so if you go over to lesson 3, Joel, can you see me switching screens? Please cue me up. Just go down to the bottom of lesson 3 and you'll see these two articles. That'll get you up to speed on the regulations. We have more regulatory stuff we're going to talk about too. So there's going to be very clear cryptocurrency regulations. You will be able to trade Forex, gold, and cryptos, and stocks, and ETFs all on one platform. And they'll either be conventional assets or all tokenized. In other words, you'll be able to trade Forex, but as a cryptocurrency, not just as a fiat currency. You'll be able to trade gold. You already can trade gold now as a cryptocurrency, or you can trade spot gold. The market that we have our trading system for is spot, but you can also pull up a crypto trading platform and trade gold in the form of a cryptocurrency like Pax Gold. Also, all the stocks and ETFs that you see, the entire NASDAQ exchange, every single stock is going to be tokenized. Everything. You will be able to trade every single NASDAQ stock as a token, as a cryptocurrency token. And you'll be able to trade it on one platform. Now, it's coming fast in the United States. It's called crypto adoption. You know, people using it. The reason crypto is still kind of a mystery to a lot of people is it hasn't been widely adopted. But the minute the minute a friend of yours says, "Hey, you know that $10,000 I owe you, I can send it to you right now if you've got a crypto account, and then you're sitting there and you don't have a crypto account. That's when it hits you that you better set up a crypto account, because at some point you're going to need one. You're going to be able to shoot money back and forth using your phone, etc. Crypto is under wide adoption in Japan, the United States, Middle East, but some places like Europe and UK, it's a mess. They're not adopting it yet. A lot of smaller countries are adopting it as even their treasury assets. And so it's coming. It's going to take a little bit more time, but that means that the opportunity is still there, I think. So how do you learn about cryptocurrencies? If you know nothing about it, I would suggest going to websites like CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, and CryptoQuant. Let's go over to CoinMarketCap. We're not going to go to all three of these accounts, but all three of these websites, but let's go look at CoinMarketCap here. So see if I can get it without getting a bunch of advertisements. There you go. It's right up the front there. And Joel, can you see that okay? Okay. Thank you. Joel is the co-owner of Forexearlywarning. So this is coinmarketcap.com. Okay. Now look at the amount of information you have here. It's incredible. You can, it's sorted by market cap. Okay. So the one with the highest market cap is Bitcoin, $2.2 trillion. It drops pretty fast, but these are all, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Now remember, Tether is a stable coin, so it's just $1 all the time. And these are your blue chip stocks. These are your blue chip cryptocurrencies. Okay, you can click on each one, and you can find out all kinds of information, just loads of information about Bitcoin, about Ethereum. Tether is a stable coin. Okay. USD coin is a stable coin. That means it's $1. The stable coins like USDC and Tether, you know, one USD coin is exactly $1. It's not exactly because it's got friction. All these things have some friction. And then they're all backed by U.S. Treasuries in a secure vault. So these are fully backed stable coins. So the rest of them you see with the various prices on here, those prices fluctuate. And for trading purposes, you'll be sticking with some of the bigger ones, plus anything that has a really, really high circulating supply. Circulating supply is just the number of coins that are available. So Bitcoin has there's only so many Bitcoins. And it's a fixed supply, not like the fiat currencies like the US dollar, where they just print more money. That's not going to happen with these. So as the demand increases and the supply is fixed, supply and demand says the price will go up. Bitcoin used to be, what, 25 cents? Now look at it, 111,000. So pretty good starting point. So you can research any of these cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap. Another one is CoinGecko, and another one is CryptoQuant.com. You can get all the information you want, and one of the most important things, if you're an investor, is the roadmap. It's like a business plan, okay? It's like a business plan. One crypto coin I own is Jasmine. So all you have to do is go to Twitter, okay? If you go to Twitter, you can use the Grok AI tool, or you can use ChatGPT, you know, one of the AI tools, Chat. Or Grok. I use Grok. I'm a Grok person, not really a ChatGPT person. And all I did was type in, what is the roadmap for Jasmine? And it told me exactly what it is. It's actually much longer than this. I shut it off here, though. So I don't care what one of these cryptos you're researching from an investor standpoint, but it explains, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do in 2025. It's quarter by quarter, like a stock or something. It's like doing stock research, fundamentals. Here's what we're going to do in 2026, and here's our business plan. So you can research the business plan. What does this cryptocurrency do? What is the functionality? What is the use case? What is the future? Okay. So you can research any cryptocurrency on these 3 websites, and then go find out what they're doing. So, circulating supply, roadmap. What is the utility? Use cases, functionality. I mean, like Bitcoin, what does it do? Why would you buy it? What are the reasons that you would own it? And you're going to find out that there's some that are just super high utility, super high use case. And it might be in an industry that you understand. I'll even show you an example of that in a few minutes. So Jasmine is one of the coins that I currently own. All right. So setting up a wallet. There's 2 kinds of wallets, the centralized and decentralized. If you're in the United States, like I'm in the USA, I have accounts at Coinbase and Kraken. I can't have an account at Binance yet. It's not really ready to go here in the US because of the regulations, but I think that's going to change. And then you have something that's called a decentralized exchange, where it's just more like a wallet. These are like full features. They got a great charting system, execution systems, order books. This is more of just a wallet. It's just for holding and transferring and storing cryptocurrencies. These are a little more complicated to set up. Uniswap, Pancake, SushiSwap. There's probably about a couple of hundred of these. Stuff like Coinbase and Kraken. I mean, everybody's got accounts here. These are in wide use. And Binance. So let's go over and look at Binance real quick. Binance is great. I mean, they got a fantastic charting system, a complete order book. You can go right in here and execute trades. And Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance all have the advanced execution systems. You can place limit orders. And it's got a charting system that has 14 different time frames, so you can use it for multiple time frame analysis. So you can I can analyze any cryptocurrency with 14 time frames using the Binance platform. And many of these charts with multiple time frames, this is a 6-hour time frame, can be used to analyze any cryptocurrency for the price cycles, the swings up and down, up and down, up and down, hopefully long-term up. So the centralized exchanges all have great charting systems. Some of these are more like wallets. They just hold your cryptocurrencies and can be used to transfer on and off of the centralized exchanges. And these are, I'm going to say, much more private. There's no central authority here. They're decentralized. That's why they're called a DEX. And these are centralized. They're called SEC. Okay. So don't be scared to set up a wallet. If you buy one cryptocurrency and it goes way up in value, you just offload it to your bank. It's just like you with the centralized exchanges. You're going to hook this up to your bank. And so if it goes up and you sell it, whatever one you own, you'll be able to get your hands on the money. A lot of people think it's the crypto's in outer space or something. It's all hooked up to your bank. Okay. So you'll be able to, that's how you buy the cryptocurrencies, and that's how you turn around and sell them and offload. You onboard with fiat money. When you go to sell, you offload. Or just leave the crypto in place. If you're a trader, you buy and sell, execute the trade, close it out, and your balance goes up. And you can offload some of that money if you want, or just leave it in the account. All right. So the DEX wallets like Coinbase, Kraken have professional charting systems. This one that I just showed you with Binance, it's a very professional charting system. Okay, so let's talk about investing versus trading. So information you might need if you're an investor. Remember, if you're an investor, you plan on holding for the long term. But you can still use your trading skills to buy the dips, try to get the prices, buy it at cheaper prices. Something cycles up, it cycles down, cycles up, cycles down. On those big down cycles, that's your plan to trade, or maybe buy small amounts at each dip to try to accumulate a nice position. So let's use XRP as an example. Once again, you got to go find the roadmap. If you're going to hold on to XRP for the long term, you have to ask yourself, what does XRP do? Why would I own this cryptocurrency? Same thing for any cryptocurrency. Why are you going to buy this cryptocurrency? Why would you own it? Well, XRP has one hell of a roadmap. They're basically going to take over the entire SWIFT system and the overnight repo market and the entire treasury issuance market. I mean, they're taking over massive portions of the financial systems that have been in place for really years, like the SWIFT system. The SWIFT system is the system where you can bank wire money to people. The whole thing is just going to change, and it's all moving over to XRP. So all of these, I know this is the roadmap is cut off here, right? Brilliant question. What is the roadmap for XRP? Now you know what they're going to do. Yesterday they bought out a huge yesterday they bought out a huge crypto exchange. It's been going up, and the long term looks really positive. So this is once again using the Grok AI tool. Use ChatGPT. What is the roadmap for XRP? And it goes much longer than this. I just cut it off here for the presentation. You can see I cut it off there, but it goes on for pages. And they're going to be doing a whole lot of stuff, and so people love XRP. It's one of those. When I showed you the list of the top 10 coins, it was one of them. And it's not $110,000 like Bitcoin. It's $2.60 or something like that today. So you can build a meaningful position for trading, and also XRP is great for day trading and swing trading. Okay, so I showed you some of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. You can buy one Bitcoin right now for $110,000, right? But if something is trading around 10 cents, you can buy, 100,000. If something is trading with a bunch of zeros on it, you can buy millions of them pretty cheap and still get a meaningful position. The question is, what's the roadmap? What does it do? What are they doing? So there are cryptocurrencies out there. I showed you Bitcoin at the top, and then it goes down by order of market cap. Some of these websites you can sort by price, and so you can sort from the lowest price up, and a lot of these cryptocurrencies have a bunch of zeros on them, okay? But it's not so much the number of zeros. It's, once again, what do they do? Is it better to buy one of these low price cryptocurrencies, and then sit back and wait a few years while they execute their roadmap? I don't think the price is what's important. I think, what are they going to be doing in the future to add value? And that's your fundamental basis for becoming an investor, or a low-cost crypto investor. Some of these cryptocurrencies have 3, 4 zeros on them, and you can buy millions for pretty cheap. And then they only have to go to like 10 cents, and you're going to be doing, well, you have a couple $1 million. So in this case, what you're doing is you're not looking to buy Bitcoin. You're looking for the next Bitcoin. And they're out there. I think they're out there. I own like 5 cryptocurrencies, and some of them are priced around a penny, 10 cents. Some are priced around $3, $4. Some are priced at, I have one that's got a bunch of zeros on it, but I think it's going to go up because I'm following what they're doing and everything. So when you invest, you can buy one Bitcoin, right? Or you can buy 10,000 Cardano, or you can buy, 100,000 of another one. Just make sure you do the research to find out what it is that they're doing, and get that roadmap and read it. And if it makes sense, a little bit of research, And right now, I have found 2 more cryptocurrencies that I'd like to buy. I think I'm going to stop at 5, but I've got a couple more that just sound really good that I would like to add them in. And yesterday, I bought a little bit more XRP. Price dropped a little bit. Caught another small order there. So remember, so you have to decide if you're a trader or an investor. If you're an investor, wait for these down cycles and buy a little bit on each dip. And over a couple of years, you're going to have a better price. And you can use your trading skills to do that. Now, if you want to be a trader, a cryptocurrency trader, I don't think you need any of that stuff. All you need is your trading system, chart setup, low spreads, high circulating supply, immediate executions. And after that, you don't care because you're a trader. You're going to be in and out. Okay? Go back over to the Binance charting platform, set up your time frames, and go over to our trading system. There's a link to our trading system right there. Let's go over to our homepage here. Our cryptocurrency trading system is right here, right at the bottom left of the homepage. And those are the Binance charts right there, the ones I just showed you. All right. Joel, can you see that okay? I'm back on the presentation now. Okay, thanks. Thank you very much. All right, so our trading system. So here's what you do: if you want to buy, you want to trade with reversals. Okay, reversals. If you want to swing trade Bitcoin, I suggest using the H2, H4 time frames or larger, something like that, out to the D1 time frame. You got to wait for Bitcoin to cycle down, hopefully for a few days, a real good down cycle. And then it stalls and it starts going sideways. And as soon as it does that, you grab the reversal, because every time you trade a reversal, what is it? It's a fresh trend cycle. So you can see this one on the charts now around September 27th. It was about a month ago. Bitcoin came down. It went down to 107,000 and it cycled up to 126,000, and it had a 9-day upcycle. And right here, it came up a little bit. It came way down. It came down for a long time. And then it stalled, and then it started going sideways. You just set a price alert here. This is the 2-hour time frame. The 2-hour and the 4-hour time frame flipped. Then the daily flipped. It went up for 9 days. It was just hitting 109,000 here. It went to 126,000. And because Bitcoin is now being held by institutions and stuff, the ETFs that are coming out, the volatility on Bitcoin seems to be going up. Bitcoin is now an ETF, and it has options on it, puts and calls. And on the third Friday of the month, the options expiration, the volatility, Bitcoin is great for day trading. But so are some of the other top 10 coins. Ethereum, XRP, Cardano are all great for day trading. These are all top 10 cryptocurrencies. So what you do is you wait for it to cycle down, and you're playing the reversal. You're playing the fresh cycle going back up, trying to catch the biggest cycle you can, and wait till our heat map lights up like a damn Christmas tree. Everything has to be going up, and you can just pick the one you want. In this case, I would have gone with the most momentum. I would have gone with Ethereum, because they're all roughly the same cycle. When you see Bitcoin cycling down, Ethereum is another top 10, blue chip crypto. It would probably, the cycle probably looks exactly the same on Ethereum and Cardano on a relative basis, So you can swing trade cryptocurrencies. You don't need all that research. You don't need a roadmap. All you need is spreads, executions, and tight spreads, and real high circulating supply where the bid and ask is just tight, and that's all you need. You don't care about all this other stuff. So you can swing trade cryptocurrencies. And to the people that say, oh, well, gee, I have a real-time, I have a full-time job, so I can't trade. This started on the weekend. This started on a Saturday. So if you have a full-time job, you can still do this. Because Forex Early Warning now has 7 days a week trading. On the weekend, you can trade cryptocurrencies. Okay, now, y'all are going to find this pretty interesting, I think. Companies that are related to trading, but they have a blockchain cryptocurrency component. Funded Hive, Breakout Prop, and Avantis Crypto. Let's go over to Breakout Prop. Okay, let's go over to Breakout Prop and look at that. You're going to like this one. Okay, this is Breakout Prop. And I've been following kind of casually. Okay. This is cryptocurrency trading only, and it's a prop firm. Okay. There's no Forex trading or gold trading. You are trading cryptocurrencies only, and they give you the money. They give you the money to trade with. Okay. It's a prop firm. So if you're a little light on cash, follow the instructions for building your trading system, and these people will provide you with the money to trade with, and you can trade cryptocurrencies only. It's one of the only, I think there's only 2 firms that are crypto-only prop firms, where they give you an account that's loaded with money. Plus, they'll give you between 2 and 10 times leverage. And 2 weeks ago, they got bought out by Kraken. So they're backed by a huge centralized exchange. And it's all the coins, Bitcoin. Now, I went and looked in their Discord room. Let me tell you something. Most of them are just trading Bitcoin. I think they're making a mistake. Anything that's on our crypto heat map, you can trade, and they're all available here. So you can trade cryptocurrencies with a little low leverage between 2 and 10 using firms like Breakout Prop. And they'll give you an account it's a prop firm, so they give you proprietary trading firm. So they are funding you. They're giving you the funding to trade cryptocurrencies. And we got the trading system. So there's other interesting websites here. We're not going to look at all of them, but here's Breakout Prop firm. This firm, Funded Hive, they're a crypto. You can trade Forex in the account, and as soon as you close the trade, if you close a profitable trade, they pay you within 1 minute because they're shooting it into your crypto wallet. So, folks, things are changing. Things are changing quite a bit. If you look at, Avanti. This is the regulators saying that we're going to make it easy to trade all this stuff and kill all the, one platform, crypto stocks, staking, which is earning income from buying cryptos and owning cryptos. And it's going to be Forex too. And it's all going to be on one platform. Why should you have to open up a bunch of different accounts to trade all this? Just go to one platform and trade everything. And here it is. The entire NASDAQ exchange is going to be tokenized. If you like to day trade, Tesla or whatever, that's a popular one for day trading. Tesla is going to be tokenized. There's going to be a token equivalent, and you'll be able to trade it on a crypto platform. These are called mirror assets, M-I-R-R-O-R, like you're looking in the mirror. It just behaves exactly like. That's every single stock on the entire NASDAQ exchange is going to be tokenized. This is a monster that they're building. It's It's monstrous. Now, you'll still be able to trade the NASDAQ stocks on the NASDAQ exchange, but they're going to decentralize everything. So now you guys are Forex traders, most of you, and all of you are familiar with something that's called the Forex news calendar. So you have things like non-farm payroll, GDP data, GDP, consumer price index. Okay, the GDP data, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they announce the gross domestic product, and then the following month they revise all the numbers, and it's just screwed up. It's an old, antiquated system. I mean, it's just a bunch of people handing each other PDFs and reading a bunch of information from last month. Well, guess what? The entire GDP data, all of these government, U.S. government news drivers are all going to the blockchain, and they're all going to be real time, and there's going to be no, like, you know, they're not going to revise the numbers next month. It's going to be real time. The announcements will be made, and those numbers are final. And all of this is happening because of the blockchain. So there are companies like Pyth, which is tokenized. You can buy Pyth. I was so convinced when I saw this, I said, I'm buying Pyth, and I currently own Pyth because I'm familiar with the Forex calendar. And I said, well, once they put the GDP data on there, they're going to put everything on there. They're going to put non-farm payrolls on there. They're going to put unemployment data on there, CPI. So this is something that I was familiar with. I was familiar with the Forex news calendar, and I noticed that they had the CPI data. Then next month they just revised the numbers. That's all. You know, it's just a giant government screw up. I mean, just get real-time data, put it on the blockchain, and when you make your announcement, and then make the data visible to everyone. No hiding and revising the numbers and all that. That's the power of the blockchain. So Pyth got the contract, the government contract, to put the GDP data on the blockchain. And I said, that's it. That's all I need. I'm buying this one. And I am now the proud owner of Pyth. Pyth is a cryptocurrency. You can buy it. So this is an example of something that all of you are familiar with, the Forex news calendar, and how the blockchain is going to change it and how you can take advantage of it by buying a specific cryptocurrency. So we're almost done, folks. This is the end. So here's what you have to do. You have to decide if you're a trader or an investor. I do both. But I use my trading skills to maybe buy the dips. If I see a big old dip, I just do the multiple time frame analysis like normal, like you would do for Forex. Buy the dips, you get a better price, and just wait for the cycles. And then when you see a big giant dip or a big giant up cycle in Bitcoin and you want to sell it on the way back down, I'm more of a crypto bull. I would wait for the cycle. I would wait for Bitcoin to cycle down big time and then pick it up on the way back up. I think bullishly about crypto. And remember, you can go to a prop firm like Breakout Prop and swing trade cryptocurrencies, and they will fund the account for you. There's so many things that you can do, and it's only going to get better and better, and the regulations are coming our way. So if you're a trader, you can practice with really tiny amounts, learn the execution systems. You know, if you're an investor, make sure you understand what the cryptos do, what the utility cases are, what the utility and use cases are. Get the roadmap. And remember, crypto is coming. You can even buy one of these as an investor. You can even buy one of these lower priced ones as long as it has a lot of utility. Know what the prop firms are doing if you're a trader. They're giving people accounts with money in it to trade, but you need a trading system. And remember, if you want to swing trade cryptos, make sure our heat map, make sure the entire market is going up before you enter a trade. Okay? Make sure every single damn cryptocurrency is going up and then enter the trade. You're trading off market momentum, okay, if you want to trade. So we're pretty much done. We can get you the Word document or PDF of this available this Monday if you email the company. And this webinar is recorded, so I can open up to questions now. And just remember, the blockchain is going to take the functions that we currently have, the old school functions like the Forex news calendar, and they're flipping it to real-time accurate data, and everything will be visible to everyone on the blockchain ledger. No more revised jobs numbers and all that. That's not happening anymore. It'll be real-time, it'll be accurate, and that's one application, a true use case for cryptocurrencies. And then you have these prop firms. If you make a profitable trade, let's say you make $1,000 on a trade and you're using a prop firm. As soon as you close the trade, within 60 seconds, the money hits your account. It'll be a crypto wallet because of something that's called a smart contract. It just immediately executes and sends you your money. And folks, that's just unreal. I mean, this is crazy stuff. So I'm going to take some questions now. Let me go back to the top of this time. You can ask any question you want. I'm here. It's 12:36, so the presentation lasted 35 minutes, about what I thought it would. I can take questions now, but remember, if you think of a question tomorrow, go ahead and email us at partners@forexearlywarning.com, and we can start engaging our customers on trading and investing cryptocurrencies. Okay, Shiloh, how do stops work on crypto? Same way. You enter the trade, you set your stop, you move your stop to break even. If you got momentum behind you and if you buy it and the crypto's going up, works exactly the same way. And if you go to these advanced systems, it works exactly the same way, and it's great. It's everything you're used to with the bid and ask, market order, limit order, stop order, all that's repeated. Shiloh says, can USA traders use breakout prop? Well, I think the answer to that is no. I think the answer is no, but I don't think it matters because the regulations are totally favoring this, and it's all coming to the USA. So if you can't use it now, you will be able to, or there might be another company that you can use inside the US that does the same thing. But remember, the regulations are changing fast. Send them an email and ask them, but remember, if they say no, the regulations are changing very fast in the US, and it's all favors crypto trading and freedom. Look at some of the statements that were said by the SEC. You just want to go on one app and just trade everything: stocks, ETFs, options, futures, gold, cryptocurrencies, all on one platform. Why should you have to go set up all these accounts? It's ridiculous. I mean, well, gee, I want to trade, futures. Well, you got to set up a futures platform. Well, why can't you trade it right off the crypto? And it's all going to be crypto tokens equivalents. So if they say no, you still have to have an eye on the future. And believe me, let's see. Would you suggest having two accounts, one for investing, one for day swing trading? You can do that, yes. Or you can do it out of the same account. The thing is I would have to think about that. You may want to email me that one. I think I'm going to have to think about that. But one cryptocurrency that I've traded, day traded and swing traded a lot is XRP, and it's because I own it anyway. So I'm familiar with the cycles. And why not pick up a little extra as you go? I mean, if it cycles down, you buy it. It cycles back up. cash out a little bit, then it just goes into your cash or USDC, whatever, and then it cycles back down, and you turn around and buy it back, and you're turning it into a machine. You know, I think you could do it in the same account. You may choose to do it in two separate accounts. I would have to think about that one. This is from Nandy. Hello, Nandy. With the current Forex leverage caps and futures leverage in the U.S., would it make sense to transition to tokenized Forex gold and crypto? I think it depends on what the leverages would be via tokenization, because if something is tokenized, like you can trade gold with a certain amount of leverage in the U.S., but you would probably have to trade it via a token. You could probably get 10 times leverage. But if you live, a lot of it depends on where you live. You live outside the United States, I think you know that you can get 500 times leverage on trading gold. So, and futures has a leverage cap. I mean, trading stocks has a leverage cap. So if you transition to tokenized Forex gold and you believe the leverages that it'll give you is something you want, then I would just do a straight comparison of each. But things like Forex leverage caps and futures leverage caps in the U.S., all of that might be changing too, and in favor of traders. You can have any leverage you want. I mean, why would they limit the amount of leverage? When I started trading the Forex in the U.S., I could get 400 times leverage. And then, the regulators came in and capped everything. But that's when I started trading the spot Forex, you could get 400 to 1, no problem, in the U.S. It was great. So if we're going in a direction, we're going back to the higher leverages. The current people in Washington, D.C., they don't want to limit someone from trading a certain way or having to go through a certain account to get what they want. They just want to put everything in one account and let everybody do whatever the heck they want, which is good and bad on that. Any more questions? Any questions? And remember, if you think of a question later, just email me at partners. The partners at email box. Folks, this is like 3.5 years of everything I've learned, and so I don't really know what else. I don't know what else I can talk about. It just depends on who you are. Do you want to day trade and swing trade cryptocurrencies? I don't know if I'd day trade them. I'd definitely swing trade. Or do you want to invest? Either way, I think this information is going to be good. So if nobody has any questions, so this is Nandy says, correct me if I'm wrong, but if the SEC statement could allow U.S. traders to offshore crypto exchanges, have they mentioned if they will do the same with the Forex brokers? Not specifically to my knowledge, but if you tokenize the Forex, like if you want to trade the Euro USD, like right now you can trade the USD pairs. Right now you can trade the USD pairs, Forex pairs. Right now you can trade them on the blockchain, on a crypto equivalence. And I think it's Crypto Quant that does it right here. And also Funded Hive. I think Funded Hive does it too. Might be wrong on that, but check me out. So you can trade the Forex in the form of a token. Right now, the major pairs only. And plus other things too. The question is, are those two companies available to use in the United States? If they're not, they will be soon anyway, because the regulations are changing, and it will all be, it's moving in our favor, from the trading and investing standpoint. Maybe not today, but still it's coming. Regardless, it's coming our way. Got to be ready for it. So, okay. I don't have anything else. Give me a question here, or else we'll just go ahead and say goodbye. Okay, folks, we are done. I'm done. I don't see any more questions, but you can still email us later. We'll get you this document plus the recording. The recorded webinar will go on our website on the webinars page and up on Twitter, and then we'll provide an MP4 later, maybe around Monday. So that's all I got. That's 3-4 years of information. That's everything I know. Now you know everything what I know. So thanks everyone for coming. The crypto crowd isn't that big, but it's going to start getting bigger. And we appreciate everyone coming and opening up your mind to trading and investing in cryptocurrencies. Like it or not, it's coming. So thanks everyone. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys next week on Wednesday night. Y'all take care.